Okay, I've installed the cylinder head cover. There's two long screws that go here, two short screws that go on underneath, and then you gotta reconnect the plug wire. Restoring my dad's Echo CS351 VL chainsaw. Taken it all apart, cleaned it up. The ethanol in the gas has melted the fuel lines, and a bunch of other things like gaskets and stuff need to be replaced. So the main thing that was causing me problems was the rubber gasket around this little fitting here to the gas tank. It's just a rubber grommet fitting that you can still buy. You can't get the gasket, or you can't get this little plastic piece here, but I've got a new fuel filter on it, new gas line, and we're going to start putting it back together and see how she runs. Well, it's winter here in Chippewa Falls, and I took a heat gun to the rubber grommet for the gas tank. I got it installed, and we should be able to put the rest of it together. Well, I got the fitting on the gas tank in. I had to put a little number 2 diesel on it and get it warm with a heat gun again, but it's slid into place and now it's tight as a drum. So I got the new fuel line on. The gas tank grommet part that I bought sealed up the tank, and everything is tight as a drum right now. Now it's a matter of putting it back together. I got to buy some gasket material, or buy the actual gasket that goes from the carburetor intake to the cylinder head. I'm not sure if I'll be able to find one, but I know I can at least make a gasket from scratch for that, and then we'll take it from there. So I put a little piece of cloth down into the carburetor intake. I put a piece of vinyl tape over the screws and all of the little delicate hardware on the carburetor so I wouldn't lose anything or it wouldn't fall apart. Put a cloth in there. I got to scrape away the old gasket material off of this and either try to find a new gasket for it or buy some gasket material that I can make a new gasket for it. Anytime you're working on small engines, a lot of tiny pieces can get lost very easily. So I like to keep an ice cream bucket for all of the little tiny pieces that I can just throw in there, obviously, and then I like to put things back together as I take them apart, put the screws back where they belong, and maybe tape them in there so they don't fall out with some vinyl tape. Okay, I just took the plug out. Plug is clean, hasn't been used that much, so I just put a little emery paper on it, cleaned it up. The problem I have right now is the gasket that was on the intake manifold here. It just degraded and ripped into shreds as I took the carburetor off. Carburetor's all set to go, all put back together. I need to get that gasket before I can move on. I ordered one off eBay. Okay, got the carburetor back together, got the new gas line on, and I'm ready to put the side cover back on it and reassemble the whole saw. One of the things you need to note when you take this guy apart is the stack or layout of all these parts in here. They need to operate so that the choke can open and close smoothly. There's flat washers, spacers, plastic washers, all kinds of hardware in here you need to get back on in the right order. Okay, I've replaced the side cover. You may have to pull the handle a bit to line up the starter with the flywheel and alternator.